Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on some properties of zero. It is so important for students to understand that zero, there's zero, is a necessary part of our number system. Consider the following number line. Now I have placed these numbers equally spaced on this number line. That's where zero is. Then you have 1, 2, etc. and they keep going. The number to the extreme left is 0. Believe it or not, it is a counting number. Now we'll look at that in a minute. The next whole counting number is 1. So 0 is there, which is a counting number, and that's the next counting number, and they keep continuing on to the right. So the next whole number is 1, which is immediately to the right of 0. The counting numbers keep going to the right. They do not stop, as we can see by the arrow. This arrow means they just continue on. You may be wondering why or how 0 is a counting number. Consider the following pictures showing some fruits. We have an apple. Now you have to remember these names. Apple, orange, banana, pear. If I asked you to count the number of peaches in the above pictures, what would be your answer? I want you to count the number of peaches. If you look there, what would be your answer? Since there are none, the answer is 0. There are many more examples which can demonstrate that 0 is a counting number. So why don't you think about one or two more examples for yourself? I'm sure you can come up with some. Some important properties of 0. The first property is, let's consider the number 7, and this will demonstrate the first property. Now, add 0 to 7. What did you get? 7 plus 0 equals 7. Now subtract 0 from 7. What did you get? 7 take away 0 equals 7. So here's the first property. If you add 0 to a number, it stays the same. That is, the number stays the same. If you subtract 0 from a number, it stays the same. So the number stays the same. See here? In each instance, the 7 stayed the same. Here's the next property. Consider the 4 marbles in a jar. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 marbles in a jar. Now take out the 4 marbles. How many are left? When you take the 4 marbles out, this is what you have. So you have 4 marbles in a jar. After you take them out, 0 marbles in a jar because they were taken out. All of them were taken out. So here is the next property. If you start with a number and subtract it from itself, the answer is always 0. So for this particular example, we went 4 marbles in a jar, we took them out, and the answer was 0. So that's an example of that property. The third property, consider the following empty box. Now you can see there's nothing in it. If the box is empty, it contains 0 items. Hence, if you take nothing out of the box, it still contains 0 items. In other words, 0 take away 0 equals 0, which is the same as 0 minus 0 equals 0, which is the same as 0 minus 0 equals 0. Let's do some quick examples again, just using some numbers. 9 plus 0 is 9. 5 take away 0 is 5. 8 take away 8 is 0. 0 take away 0 is 0. 50 plus 0 is 50. 70 minus 0 is 70. And 100 minus 100 is 0. So this video just gave you a little understanding of 0 and it does have a place in our number system.